It is hard to believe it has been 1 year since we left the beautiful island of Maui and came back here to Lakewood Ranch. It was without a doubt probably one of the toughest decisions I've ever had to make in my life. And actually the first video we did for this channel was talking about our move from Maui back to Lakewood Ranch. I'm gonna link it in the description down below for those of you who want to see, well, first of all, what I look like a year later, but to hear the story. Now, of course, there's those obvious things like family, friends, food options, opportunity, real estate, and of course, the Maui fires. Those were just a few of the reasons that helped make our decision to move back here. So for those of you wondering, I lived in this area for about 11 years, and in 2018, we packed up, moved to the beautiful island of Maui, and in December of last year, December 19th to be exact, we moved back to this area. So I get asked all the time, any regrets? Now, I am somebody who says everything happens for a reason, so I can't say I have any regrets. And I'm also somebody who never says never, because believe it or not, I made the move to Maui not only once, but 2 separate times. So could it be a third time? So not surprising, we get asked all the time, what is it that we really miss about Maui? Well, first and foremost, we miss our Maui ohana. That is our friends, our family. Definitely miss that aloha spirit. When you see it, you recognize it. I definitely miss the weather. You can't tell right now, but it's about 58 degrees in Florida in December. I miss that there's no snakes and there's no alligators. Are you ready for this one? You know what I miss a lot? You might think this is crazy, but the NFL football games, they start at 7 o'clock in the morning and bars are open. Now, don't get me wrong, Florida has some amazing beaches, but man, do I miss the beaches of Maui. Keawakapu, Malawaka, Kamaole Sands, love and miss those. Now, Florida has some beautiful beaches, but Maui beaches, oh, come on. Wailea Beach, Keawakapu, Malawaka, Kamaole Beach, number 3. Actually, number 2 and number 1 are also good. Did I mention the weather? I love the weather on Maui. You know what else I miss? The music. I guess unofficially it's called Jawaiian, little reggae. Hello, Mr. Bird. We have birds like that on Maui as well too. Chuckers, just great local music. We're talking about Kanekoa, Paula Fuga, Hirie, John Cruz. Oh yeah, I forgot, Anuhea. Go check out Anuhea. I'm gonna put a link in the description down below. I miss seeing Woody Harrelson. He lives on Maui, always roam around. Mick Fleetwood, hanging out on Maui. Willie Nelson, got to see him a whole bunch too. I miss the mountains. I miss the rivers. I miss the streams. I miss the ocean. I miss the weather. Did I mention the weather? You know what else I miss? I miss eye contact. When people look at each other, they make eye contact. You know what else they do? They smile. They give hugs. They give shakas. I miss that. You might sound like this is crazy, but I miss Guy Hoggy. He is the local weatherman. Every day I miss hearing him say, we have the best weather on the planet. True statement. Miss you, Guy. I miss hiking. I miss Haleakala. I miss meditating at Iao Valley. I miss camping at the best place in the entire world, in my opinion, and that is Camp Oluwalu. I miss that. I miss tuna poke. I miss taco poke. I miss fresh fish. I miss sushi from Isana. So many great places to get sushi, but Isana, that was our go-to place in North Kihei. I miss the Maui Swap Meet. I miss my friends at the Maui Swap Meet. I miss volunteering at the Maui Food Bank. I miss the sense of community. I miss flying back home to Maui. It's an experience like no other. I miss flying to the other islands. We flew to Waikiki, 20-minute flights. Flew to the Big Island, 20-minute flight. I love seeing Maui from above. I love seeing the other islands from above. Just stunningly gorgeous. Oh yeah, you know what else I miss about Maui? There's no daylight savings time. Now you might be watching this going, what the heck did you move back to Florida for? Yeah, sometimes I question myself too. There's lots of reasons, don't get me wrong. Starting off with the 4 F's. My family, my friends, the food, and of course, fishing. The fishing's pretty great here in Florida. I definitely miss concerts. I definitely missed options when it comes to food. Got way more food options here. Options when it comes to real estate. I'm a real estate agent. I like to see that there's options to buy a $200,000 condo or a $28 million condo and everything in between. Where on Maui, not really much of an option. I miss being closer to just about everything. If you fly from Maui, it is not easy. It's almost 5 hours just to get to the West Coast. Want to know what else we missed about living in Florida and we're happy to have again? That place. That's Pinchers. They're a chain. They do a great job. Service terrific. Food is excellent. But you know what else they have? They have oysters for like $1.25. On Maui, they were like $6, $7. One of the reasons we love being back here. We definitely miss the Florida beaches. They are beautiful here on the Gulf Coast. No waves. We miss kayaking. We miss kayak fishing. You want to know what else we missed? Amazon. Same day delivery. All right, now if I'm being honest, there are definitely some things in Florida that I am not sure that I will ever get used to. Now keep in mind, I lived here for 11 years before moving to Maui, so you'd think I'd kind of get used to it. Kind of, sort of. Man, people drive fast here, and boy, do they drive aggressive. Doesn't matter if it's an 18-year-old kid, an 80-year-old lady, dude in a pickup truck, elegant lady in a Mercedes. People drive fast, they drive aggressive. And you know where they drive aggressive? In parking lots. If you are pulling out of a parking spot and you are at least halfway out, that person in the parking lot is still gonna zoom around you instead of letting you just pull out. Come on, man. Now, this might seem weird, but it is a little odd that people don't make eye contact and don't smile and don't wave. Just not normal or typical here in Florida. We still do it, but you can kind of see people like, don't make eye contact, don't look, don't look, don't look. And we're like, hey, smile, eye contact, but it doesn't happen that often here. I absolutely, positively, without a question, do not miss having to keep an eye out for alligators, looking out for snakes. Maui didn't have either of those. I'm not a fan of the Florida humidity. You get used to it? Ish. I don't love that I'm back where there's daylight savings times. I don't love that I have to drive to the beach. Now we lived in Kihei, and I think even the furthest point, you're maybe 3 miles from the beach, where now, you know, we're in Lakewood Ranch, we're inland. 40 minutes to the beach, maybe 30 minutes. I don't love the fact, without getting too political, that I live in a state that is currently banning books. Now, don't get me wrong, there are definitely some things that we do not miss about living on Maui. Being on Maui, it is tough. Both of our families live on the East Coast. It is tough to travel, and we didn't do it as often as we should have. The cost of living is really high. The cost of electric is some of the highest in the entire country. There is a massive problem with housing. I was a real estate agent. It was always a challenge because Hawaiians are being priced out of their own state. It is a massive issue. There is not enough housing. There's not enough affordable housing. There are not a lot of options. Shoot, we sold our condo, which is really like a starter condo, in the $600,000 range. That is unsustainable. And it was, yeah, that's tough. Let's talk about two things that are specific to Maui because of volcanoes. Now, there are obviously dormant volcanoes on Maui, but there's still red dirt. Red dirt just stains everything. And then there's something called fog. Now, there are active volcanoes on the Big Island, and fog travels over when that is erupting, and that is just terrible to breathe in. It's basically a volcanic fog, for better sense, but it smells like sulfur, and it's just not good, especially if you have asthma or if you're just hypersensitive. And I've said it once, I've said it again, options and opportunity. Options are great. Options for different dining options. Options when it comes to housing. Options when it comes to shopping. Options when it comes to concerts. Don't get me wrong, I love the music there, but I like to see some big concerts. You know what I'm talking about? Like arenas, maybe a football stadium, maybe a basketball, hockey stadium. That's what I'm talking about. And I definitely do not miss $6 oysters. It really is hard to believe that a year ago, I stood in this same spot doing a video talking about why I left Lakewood Ranch and moved to Maui and then moved back. So now what? So back to the original question. Any regrets? Can't say I have any regrets. Will I move back to Maui? Again, I'm not somebody who ever says never. Said I moved there 2 separate times. Hey, just in case you're watching this wondering who the heck is this guy, my name's Adam Miller with the 941 Lifestyle Group. I'm a real estate agent. I'm a lifestyle matchmaker. Glad you found the channel. So, do I plan on moving back to Maui? If I was a betting man, aloha, mahalo nui loa. We'll see you next time.